Hey everybody, it's Chris back with another review for the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. Today I'm going to be reviewing a beer that it wasn't until I started to do the homework on this beer that I discovered that the brewery has closed, and I'm sorry to hear that. This particular California brewer, I was never really blown away by their beers, but I thought they were okay. Um, but so I'm not going to do the breakdown. I'm going to give you something of a breakdown. First of all, I'm going to tell you what the beer is. Let's do that, shall we? Yeah. The beer is the Eye of the Hawk Imperial Ale from Mendocino Brewing. They were out of Ukiah, California. Now the quick facts about them are: one, I paid $1.79 for this bottle, this 12-ounce bottle. 13 of my friends on Untapped gave it a cumulative score of 3.27. 19,000 of us gave it a score of 3.43. Untapped also refers to it as an Imperial Red Ale. The word red never actually appears anywhere on that label. And Beer Advocate, 975 people ranked it, gave it a cumulative score of 3.65, which is a good ranking. It was first listed on the 4th of November, 2011, and Beer Advocate listed as an American Strong Ale. But as I'm going through the reviews of the beer, I see that on the 31st of March, Big D, who I've seen right before, said that the Mendocino Brewing Company closed. So I am sorry to hear that, and I'm not going to go through all the explanations. Well, for one, there seems to be some discrepancy on. You ever notice your beard isn't even? Um, there seems to be some discrepancy as to its variety. All it says on here is an Imperial Ale, so I would be more inclined to think that Beer Advocate is more correct when they call it an American Strong. But you know what? The simple fact of the matter is it doesn't really matter anymore because the beer doesn't exist, or the brewery doesn't exist anymore. So like I said, I'm sorry to hear that. I've never had anything from Mendocino that I went, ooh, wow, this is incredible. Gotta have this. But nonetheless, I still like their beers. Um, this is 8% alcohol, as you can expect an Imperial, anything with the word Imperial, to have a higher ABV. Decided I was going to use my New Belgium goblet just to see, just, you know, just to, just to get a strong alcohol snifter going. And for those of you who are unaware, according to everything that I have read, if your beer is 10% or more, you can drink it out of a wine glass. So bear that in mind. And as I said, this is 8%. I'm not going to go, well, like I said, since it never actually says that it's an American Strong, although I'm inclined to believe when Untapped and Beer Advocate say different things as to what variety of beer it is, I'm more inclined to go with Beer Advocate than Untapped. Um, but anyway, there you have it. I'd say that this is definitely high carbonation. That is a very, very resilient head. That's a nice coppery color. You're seeing a much darker color on camera than it actually is here in hand. I smell nuts. I smell caramel. Very roasty. Very, very roasty. I smell malt. I think two-row. And just the slightest bit of sweet fruit, like maybe a little bit of apple behind there, but mostly caramel and nut kind of smell. Hmm. Well, let's dig in, shall we? Cheers. That's a pretty good beer. Gonna describe it as having a medium-low mouthfeel, not a lot of spikiness to it. Not a lot of alcohol burn despite the 8% ABV. I mean, there's a little bit on the back of my throat. I'm feeling a little heat, but really not much. What specific flavor? It tastes kind of like, okay, it tastes like an Imperial Pale Ale is what it tastes like to me, actually. It's very much, or even like an Imperial Amber, perhaps. So maybe Imperial Red is a better description for this than American Strong. This isn't how I remember our American Strongs tasting. Just the slightest hint of sweetness. actually you get more of the fizziness than you do more of the true flavor. Though the flavor to me is reminiscent of like a cross between a pale ale and an amber ale. And I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I'm really having a difficult time isolating any one particular flavor in this beer. It's not all those things that I just listed on the bouquet, nutty and roasty and malty. I'm not tasting any of those things. It's still a good beer, and I'm still sorry to see a craft beer close, especially one that's been around since 1983. I mean, let's face it, these weren't young bucks. Well, gang, I feel like I failed you. I feel like I failed Mendocino Brewing too, because I would have liked to have given them a send off, telling them how well I like this beer and giving a proper review. I, I I know I'm falling short here because I'm not giving you a proper descriptor of the taste, but the only thing I can tell you is that it's like I said, it's somewhere between a pale ale and a amber. Well, anyway, goodbye Mendocino Brewing, and here's luck in your future endeavors. Until next time, drink good beer. Don't break the bank doing it, and cheers.